What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, Dillian the Body Snatcher White. You know it is fight week, and I came across this article, and the article was a question, and the question was, what if Tyson Fury loses to Dillian White? Okay, by Scott Guilfoyle. Scott said that Tyson Fury could be heading into his version of Waterloo this Saturday night, about to taste defeat for the first time at the hands of the faster, more powerful Dillian White. Let me stop right there. Got a counterpunch. Scott don't know who he is. He's going to get counterpunched. Who's to say that Dillian is the more faster and the more powerful? I mean, powerful can mean anything. They're both heavyweights, but like, where did faster come from? You know what I mean? Because I don't think that Dillian White edged Tyson Fury in the quick category. I know Tyson Fury is fast for his size, but I think he's fast for his size on top of being faster than Dillian White. Now, is he much faster? No, not really. You know, given the arsenal that Dillian White has, he can throw some pretty quick combinations, but his combinations are reckless. Okay, but if he hits you with one of those reckless punches, they could hurt you. But saying the hands of the more faster, more powerful Dillian White, that's a bit exaggerated, definitely. Let's move forward. Dillian White has the power, speed, chin, and more importantly, the stamina required to send Fury to his first career defeat on Saturday night. With the way that Fury has transformed his style in the last 3 years, turning into a brawler thanks to his American trainer, Sugar Hill, he's going to be fighting White's type of fight Saturday night. Stewart has created the perfect style for White to excel against. The old style that Fury had with him bouncing around the ring would have been a nightmare for Dillian. But it's too late for the Gypsy King to revert back to what he once was. Let me stop there. I got a counterpunch. Listen, I do agree with the fighting style because that's what I would give. That's why I look at Dillian White so high on that possibility of beating Tyson Fury. 45%, but it's 45-55. It's not in favor of Dillian White. Because of the fighting style, because of the crunk style that Sugar Hill Smith has taught, or Sugar Hill Stewart has taught him, okay, that could play in the hands of Dillian White most definitely. But to say it's too late for the Gypsy King to revert back to what he once was, that's bullshit. I don't think that for a second. I think Tyson Fury can adapt whenever he needs to. Why? Because he showed us. I've seen him switch gears. I've seen him up the ante. I've seen him change all in one fight. When Cunningham dropped him and was outboxing him, he knew I had to change this fight. I needed to change my game plan right then. Right? I knew I had to, and that's what he did. He didn't go for boxing no more because he couldn't outbox him. That's why I think someone like Usyk would be a nightmare for Tyson Fury. But we're not talking about Usyk. We're talking about Dillian White. So him saying that Tyson Fury all of a sudden doesn't have the ability to jump around on his toes and bounce and box and move is absurd. Absolutely absurd, because that's something that he knows. That's second nature. And if that started working and that works for him, I think that's what it will be. The only way that I see that he couldn't physically pull off his old style that he knew that he fought for in like a long time would be that he's not in the shape to bounce around that long. And if that's the case, we need to look at definitely the strength and conditioning department, or that side of Tyson Fury, because that would be the only way that he couldn't do something that he's done many times over. Shit, he's only fought twice like this, okay? He's only fought twice in the crunk style, and now he's treating him like he doesn't know how to box no more. Tyson Fury will always know how to box. Okay? But could he get himself in trouble with Dillian White? Yeah, he can. But one thing I don't like to look at, regardless of what people call me, I don't like to look at but like bias articles like that. Oh, it's far too late for him to revert back. Like that's such a change and such a challenge. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Um, let's move forward. He's put on too much weight and he's not young enough to fight the way he used to. Fury is fat and slow and an easy mark for Whyte's powerful left hook. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely a guy that's anti-Fury. Now, you guys want to hear anti-Fury? You just heard him. You just heard him. He's put on too much weight. I mean, that may or may not be true. You know, I did see him tire, though, in the later rounds of Wilder, and Wilder gave him all that he could handle. But him saying he's fat and slow, I never seen Fury fat and slow. Maybe a little sloppy, maybe a little fatigued, but slow. I wouldn't call him slow. Now fat, well, I mean, he's always been bad built, but what do you want? You know, what do you want from that guy? So again, you know, it's crazy. Dillian White does look like he's in better shape, but then look at Tyson Fury. We just saw Tyson Fury yesterday, right? We just seen him. He doesn't look fat and out of shape or slow. You know what I mean? He looks like he's been training like everyone else. He just is bad built as, i.e. Andy Ruiz, how that's like to work your ass off and still look fat. You know, it's like your body got the case of the fuckets, and that's what it is. But nonetheless, you can't take away what they've done and what they've put in the gym, and we will see how their performance will be that particular night. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this article concerning Mr. Scott from Boxing News 24. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!